Hello, good morning. Welcome to Business. My name is Daryl Kwao. The Bank of Ghana will later today announce a new policy rate which is expected to influence the cost of credit in the country. The Monetary Policy Committee met last week to review the economy. Meanwhile, former president of the Association of Ghana Industries is calling for cheaper credit for businesses following banking sector reforms.
What industry is looking for is to see if we say 23 banks have met the minimum capital requirements of 400 million Ghana cedis, then definitely the issue of liquidity, should be a thing of the past. There should be adequate liquidity for businesses, such that businesses would be able to get credit. And of course, we are talking about affordable credit. Again, let me also mention that if we have the issue of the NPLs, the non-performing loans, reduced significantly, and according to the records that we are having, it's been reduced by 6.6 billion Ghana cedis. Then the cost of credit to industry and for that matter to the private sector should also significantly reduce. But that is really not what we are seeing now. At the moment, we have interest rates hovering between 24 and 33%, which we think is so high. No, especially when you are competing with businesses or companies that are coming from jurisdictions where interest rates are between 3 and 5%. How do you compete? And you are not really going to be competitive. And these are some of the things that industry has been calling for.
Now, the country's total debt stock witnessed a significant increase in just 1 year. Latest Bank of Ghana data shows that it was up by 30 billion cedis to reach 173 billion cedis ending December 2018. There's more on the debt numbers and how the sectors of the economy fared, according to the Bank of Ghana.
According to the Bank of Ghana's economic and financial data, the country's total debt stock in December 2017 stood at 143 billion cedis. However, as of December 2018, it was 173 billion cedis, representing a 30 billion cedi jump in the debt numbers and a 21% increase. Now, a careful look at the numbers showed that the growth could be as a result of more funds being taken from the local market by government. This is because in terms of external borrowings in dollars, it went up by just $700 million. However, funds borrowed locally went up by 20 billion cedis to hit 86 billion cedis. Government sources argue that the increase was all not as a result of fresh borrowings in the year, but also the city's depreciation and how interest payments were worked out of these loans. The total debt stock, which was 173 billion cedis ending December 2018, represented about 58% of the total value of the economy. On the Ghana cedi, the Bank of Ghana puts its depreciation from January to March at around 5.18% and closed the month ending at 5 Ghana cedis. The report also showed significant growth in foreign currency deposits, increasing by more than 25% since December 2017. The data puts the amount at around $4 billion.
Now, cryptocurrency analyst Elijah Otu-Asian has challenged the Securities and Exchange Commission to do more to ensure that the operations of crypto dealers are well regulated. Currently, such transactions are not legalized in Ghana, and latest reports indicate over 100,000 Ghanaians have lost $25 million to crypto scams. The Securities and Exchange Commission has subsequently cautioned the public against investing in such currencies, but Mr. Otu-Asian says this is not enough.
A lot of people have suffered losses, not because the asset is illegal, but it's because they do not know how to go about their investment. Yes, so what I would say is, coming from the Securities and Exchange Commission point of view, I would suggest that going forward, the Securities and Exchange Commission should do more, not just by cautioning people of risky investment alone, but also educating them as to how they can go about such risky investment.
And that's all in business.